Hey everyone, welcome to part 9 and the final part of the My Retinitis Pigmentosa Experience series here on my YouTube channel. And today's video is going to focus on the most recent phase of my life, which goes from June of 2019 to today, the present day, and how my retinitis pigmentosa has impacted this phase of my life. So in June of 2019, I was terminated, as I mentioned in the last video, from my job at the staffing agency. And when I was terminated in early June, I started to look for new employment. And I ran into some of the similar obstacles that I ran into back in 2015 and 2016 for my first job search, in that I was sort of geographically restricted because I still can't drive, and um, I also had kind of another little barrier that was added since having the two jobs that I had, which was I knew exactly what I was comfortable doing. And so my job search was much more selective this time around than it was 5 years ago, 4 and 5 years ago, because I didn't really know what I was capable of doing 4 and 5 years ago. I didn't know what I was comfortable doing from a visual standpoint. But having these two jobs, I learned that, and thus would only apply to jobs that I knew based on the descriptions and what I know about office jobs now and things like that through my experience. I knew what I what made sense to apply for and what made sense to not apply for. So I looked for a job for the second half of 2019 with very little luck. And then at the very end of the year, I found a job opening, a customer service role at a dental lab about 15 minutes down the road from me. And it was closer than any other job I've ever had, and it looked like a very good fit. I applied for it. I actually interviewed for it with the COO the very first week of January of this year, and I was basically offered the job. However, they were very slow at that point in time because they're usually slow at the beginning of the year, and because that's just part of their sales cycle and things like that. And they said, call us in a couple months. Well, in a couple months, COVID happened. So, and dental offices were closed. So the dental labs, of course, were impacted by that. So I hadn't, that kind of fell through. But other than that, I've been working with the startup that I'm involved in, that I'm a partner in, Beta Apps LLC, and a couple other little projects that I'm going to talk about in other videos. And now today, the last couple months, I've been working on this YouTube channel. So my vision has been more of a struggle to deal with regards to actually looking for a day job, but with regards to actually doing things for the companies that I'm involved in, that I'm a co-owner slash partner in, my vision has had virtually no impact because I have total control over my day in and day out activities. I don't have to go anywhere unless I go somewhere with my business partner to make a visit to a potential client, things like that. But day in and day out, my office is in my house, and I don't have to drive anywhere. Or be told, required to travel anywhere, and don't have to depend on anybody in that way unless I said we're going to a sales visit. And it's actually been pretty sweet. It's a very good, even though it's all commission oriented. Anybody who's in business for themselves works for commission only. But being in business for myself, and I'm going to definitely talk about this in subsequent videos, is probably the best decision that I could have made with regards to my personal struggles with retinitis pigmentosa and my own experiences with it. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but definitely based on the jobs that I've had and what I'm currently doing, it's definitely been the best fit and the least impacted by my lack of vision. So that's about it. And please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share it. This series has been really fun to do, and I can't wait to give you guys more content moving forward. Thank you, and have a great day.